Sparky got up there and said, I know 1 out of every 4 of you is being abused, and I'm not going to let any of you get hurt again, and neither should you. Going to the assembly at Monroe Clack Middle School was very moving and amazing because I did get to relive the assembly that I attended at Degano when I was 13, 20 years ago, 21 years ago. What was great about it is experiencing it from a different perspective. I mean, I was a kid at the time. I didn't know what I was in for at this assembly. Things started moving so fast. It was a little above us emotionally. It transformed us, but to watch sitting back at Monroe Clack Middle School, knowing what these kids were about to experience, I watched them walk in the assembly the same exact way. They all shuffled in. They were talking. Their attention was not there. It was the first day back after their spring break. I'm sure they thought it would be another boring assembly, just like I did. When I watched the first kid come up to the microphone and he apologized for bullying another student, it was the exact same situation 21 years later. When those kids went up there and apologized to each other, and to watch that transformation take place again, it made me feel like, oh gosh, I want to do this every day with every school across the country, every hour. It felt so good to watch their guards come down and their barriers come down. I remember being in the assembly and I kept looking at the time going, oh no, we only have 6 minutes left and there's 10 more kids. I want to hear the next kid. I want to hear the next kid apologize, and I didn't want it to end. Just a sense of, gosh, no one's really doing this. No one's really doing it. There's programs all over the country, but are any of them really, really actually implementing the change and making sure that it happens? And I don't think so. It made me want to really, really make a difference with these kids. Teachers see things go on the campus every day and in the classroom, and unfortunately, most of the time they break it up and they turn their head the other way. And I think that if they see something, they need to get with the parents immediately. They need to really watch these kids closely. They're the ones who watch this every single day. They're watching over our children. We basically put our children in their care every day, all day, and they need to become more involved to stop it. I feel like the bullying has taken on a new level of intensity, and I feel like it's our job as parents, now that we're parents, we're not those teenagers anymore. It's time for us to step in and pave the way for our kids so that they grow up in a safe place. I mean, it's all of our worst nightmares to not know how bad one of our children is being bullied at school and then something happened to them, and we need to do something about it now, today. I want to pay it forward, but I want to pay it forward times 10. When I experienced the assembly again, there was no follow-up to make sure that these kids were protected and that they had a safe place to go if they were being bullied or they saw someone being bullied. I want to pay it forward and implement those things so that it gets carried out and change actually happens, and it just carries on through.